Hello everybody and welcome to episode 42 of the FC24 Youth Academy series with Charlton Athletic. Alright, so we're going to be starting this episode at the end of December. We have the Wolves game to play in 2 days time. We're also going to be playing games against Villa, Southampton, and Leicester. As for our standings in the table right now, we're currently sitting in 9th place with 23 points on the board. We're one game away from halfway through the season, so to be in the upper half of the table is definitely a success. Let's just try to get into the January transfer window as soon as possible. Before we get into any games, we're gonna have to go over the player of the episode for episode 41, and it was Thomas Briem. He scored 2 goals and he was really involved. He played some great passes. He showed excellent dribbling and composure, so he's definitely getting an upgrade. Alright, let's take a look at this Wolves team. It's the battle between 9th place and 10th place. They only have 1 win in their last 5, so it's not the best of form, but they've only lost once in that time as well. Alright, let's quickly go over the starting 11. We've got Nyeni starting up front with Andrea and Ayala on the wings. We've got a midfield of Lagesse, Madigan, and Geach. With the back line of Balkan, Tapanic, Naholo, and Taverner with Nnamdi as our keeper. I was looking to include Thomas Briem and Lamar Gilzine into this match, but Briem is tired from the game 2 days ago, and Gilzine is still building up sharpness from his injury. This is a good enough team to get a result against an okay Wolverhampton team, though. It's Charlton Athletic versus Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Valley. There's Jordan Balkan. Yep, we're going to get away with this. That's good defending. Oh, wait. Can we find a Nyeni here? He's got some space, and he's going to get the goal. I was afraid Costa Lagesse's pass was far too ahead of Abelard, but is able to control the ball, and somehow he's able to find the back of the net. Oh, that's a clear shot. Nnamdi's going to have to stop that one. Naholo's clearance has found Sean Ayala. He's got a lot of green ahead of him. The defender's closing out, but here's Sean Ayala. He isn't able to finish. That's Costa Lagesse's pass straight into Andreo. It was a decent effort there, but Meslier is going to get a hand to that. That's going to be the final move of the half. Referee has called for the break. It's a decent start to this game. We got our goal. We've started to show a lot of presence in Wolves' final third, but Wolverhampton have a lot of pace on the wing with Pedro Neto, so we have to stay aware of him. Whoa, how is Adley so fast? This is going to be a one-on-one. We have to bring out Nnamdi, and that is the easiest goal that I think this guy will score in his career. Wolves went very direct, and Adley just knocked the ball forward ahead of Jordi Sapanic, and Jordan Balkan wasn't able to catch up either. It's Bobby Madigan trying to eye up a shot, but that's going to be well wide. And Yeni's going to have possession, and he's going to have a chance to shoot. It's straight at the keeper, unfortunately. Good pass there. Costa Lagesse finding Sean Ayala out here on the wing. Actually going to go for goal here, and that is close. Into Kyrides. Need to show excellent dribbling here. Kyrides into Andreo. Got to go for goal, and it's the winner. The 86th minute. We brought some substitutions on. Lamar Gilzine and Kyrides linking up in the midfield. We're attacking, and Fazal is able to be found, and he just lathers that into the back corner. We have a winner here. I'm not sure if this is going to end here. It eventually does. The referee calls it. The Charlton fans relieved. We have all 3 points here. We secure the victory in dramatic fashion. Our substitutions making a difference here. Being influential off the bench. It's exactly what you'd want from them. It was a tightly contested game. Really happy to take all 3 points here. Alright guys, nothing has gone on since that game against Wolves. We've advanced 3 days and we're officially in January, which means the transfer window is open. We may be looking to make 1 addition to the squad, but we'll revisit that after this game against Aston Villa. Villa are currently sitting in 2nd place halfway through the season. However, their last 5 matches is not the greatest of form. We've picked up a win last game. Let's see what we can do against them. Alright, the changes to the starting 11. We've got 2 in midfield. We've got Thomas Briem and Lamar Gilzine coming back into the starting 11 to replace Bobby Madigan and Vin Geach. We've also got Jesse Connor replacing Jordi Sapanic at left center back. Alright, like I said, this is a top team we're facing, but we have a good result, so let's try to build off of it. It's Charlton Athletic versus Aston Villa at the Valley. Nyeni, he's stolen the ball really easily here. There's Abelard and Nyeni eyeing up the shot. It's a wonderful take. It's curled into the side netting. And we have a lead here 3 minutes into the match. It was the first move of the game. This was 100% Abelard. He can take full credit for this. And that is excellent. Probably his best finish of the season so far. To Nyeni. That's excellent dribbling here. Does he have the composure to beat Emi Martinez again? He does not. John Duran for Aston Villa. He's got some pace. He's going to find somebody inside. Oh, man, that pass was flawless. He found Ramsey. Unfortunately, we're showing way too much naivety with our defensive positioning. We're kind of pressing up really high, and Aston Villa are exploiting that now. No, Ollie Watkins is going straight through. What is happening? I was controlling one of our midfielders, and I was expecting our defense to cope with Ollie Watkins for more than a second. He just starts running straight at that open pocket. I don't know what Naholo's doing. The positioning's bad. It's directly responsible for this. Wow, Aston Villa are playing with us right now. This is crazy. Namdi has to lead that onto the post. It's going to be a corner, though.
Huh?
It's not a penalty. I'm trying to clear it with Asasko Naholo. That's criminal. That's criminal refereeing. We do not deserve this right now. Ollie Watkins stepping up. I'm going to go to the left here. No chance for Namdi. And Aston Villa have an undeserved third goal. We're going to have to climb a mountain to get a result here. That's just terrible. That's so terrible. Oh, this is space for us. Here's Thomas Briem. It's a goal. We were able to secure the ball. I thought the chance was gone. Balkan was able to ping that back into the box, and a pocket opened up for Thomas Briem. Let's take a look at this. Yep, he was found, and Emi Martinez was able to get a touch, but it trickles in anyways. We got our goal back immediately. All right, that's the end of a very hectic first half. That's 5 goals scored in that 45 minutes. We started the game off really well, but we just allowed Aston Villa to grow into it, and we gave them a ton of chances that they took very, very well. Thankfully, we're only down 1. Taverner. Here to Faisal Andrio. Oh, we've almost scored there. Yala. He's dribbling. Dribbling really well. That's a chance. We've hit the bar. It's Luca Relli to regen for Aston Villa. He's going to have a chance here against Issa Namdi. Naholo has something to say about that. Goes in with the slide. No, why is it opening up like that? Seriously, 2 passes breaking us down like that. There's no way they have a good enough angle there. Is our positioning that poor? Yep, Naholo just gets delayed there. Fabinho's there at the left center back positioning. Not good enough by us in defense. That's going to end the game right there. The referee blows for full time. The ending scoreline is 2-4. We've lost here to Aston Villa. Although we conceded 4 goals, I don't think the scoreline truly reflects how close these two teams were in performance. I'm pretty proud of the boys today. We started off well. We adjusted to what Aston Villa was doing, but they got a very cheap penalty rewarded to them, and it's enough momentum to get them another goal late in the game to kill us off. Alright guys, after that Aston Villa game, I've taken some time to look at candidates for a new center back. I feel that our left center back position is not as strong as it could be, and even though I do like Jesse Kana and Jordi Stepanic, I think the team would really benefit from reinforcements in this area. I don't think we need to address any other areas of the pitch, possibly a new right back, but as I show you guys this player I'm looking at right now, I think he could play anywhere across the back line. His name is Denny Antunes. He plays in Brazil for Red Bull Bragantino. I want to play him as a left center back. He's currently a CDM and 77 rated, but take a look at these stats. He's strong. He's a very good jumper. He's got good vision. His interceptions aren't the best. His aggression's okay, but I think he actually has great defending stats there. He's a good passer too. I think we can mold him into an extremely well-rounded and versatile defender who can play anywhere in our defense. We are going to change his position to center back, so he'll go down probably by like 2 to 75 in overall. Let's go ahead and try to sign him. He's going to cost around 11 to 10 million pounds. Alright guys, if you take a look at our budget, we're currently lacking a lot. We do have a lot to work with in the weekly budget, but we're gonna have to offer a swap deal to Red Bull Bragantino. Alright guys, we're gonna try to offload Vanya Gasperich while also offering 6 million plus a 10% sell-on clause. Yeah, it looks like they're just straight up not interested in Vanya. Alright, let's see what they say to this deal. We're trying to offload Hani Magairan. Yeah, they're still not interested in our players. Unfortunately, we just don't have the funds right now. I think we're actually gonna have to end negotiations and revisit this later in the month. I'm gonna try to sell on players, hopefully gain some funds for Denny. Probably should have taken a look at our budget before I went into negotiations. I just assumed we had more to work with. It's alright though, we'll try again later in the month. Alright, a transfer offer from Aston Villa has just come in from Faisal Andrio. I guess they were impressed by his performance against them. They're offering 41 million pounds. They're trying to get a great deal on Faisal. Market value is 41.5. They're not even reaching that. This is an insta reject. Alright guys, we have an FA Cup game here against Southampton. We don't know much about this team. It doesn't look like they've played 5 matches. I don't know what that's about, but they've lost their last game. Before that, they did win 3 in a row. They have a decent squad, certainly better than ours, so we're gonna have to pay them respect when we face him. Alright, we've made a lot of changes to the starting 11 because this is a cup game. So we've got Karides replacing Anyeni at striker, and we've also got Nagera replacing Ayala at right wing. Madigan comes into the midfield to replace Thomas Briem, and we've also got Jay Fabinyi and Sapanic coming back into defense to replace Jordan Balkan and Jesse Kana. Alright, let's see what we can do with this rotated side against Southampton away from home. It's Southampton versus Charlton Athletic. Trail wide here to Jay Fabinyi. What an excellent cross. And Mark Gilzine is close with that first-time effort. Here's Karides. We won the ball. Somehow off the goal kick, he applied enough pressure. Southampton, this looks dangerous, but thankfully Naholo's there. It's a really smart tackle. Good dribbling here, but Saskar Naholo is there yet again. He's defending well this episode. And Namdi's able to save that, thankfully. Bobby Madigan. Good space opening up for him. Here's Bobby Madigan. That's a top bins finish for the Irishman. That was a really well put together move, and it's capped off with a very clean finish. Alright, the first 45 minutes are up here. Thankfully, we have a 1-0 lead thanks to Bobby Madigan and his very smart finish. Southampton have some possession, but they aren't using it that well, and we're defending really well this game. We're passing here. It's Fazal Andrio going inside. That's a lot of space to work with. That's a super composed finish by our Cypriot. We have a 2-goal cushion here. We were very patient on the right wing. Karides just waiting to play the pass into somebody, and it opens up for us. That is very professional by Fazal. Oh, that is so good by Jay Fabinyi. He's having a good game. Andreo got ahead to it, but I think it was just blocked immediately. There's Jesse Kana. That looks really close. Bobby Madigan. Trying to find a pass here to Karides, but the keeper is going to collect that. It's a good save. Uh-oh, it's opening up here. I thought that Jay Fabinyi was going to be able to get that. Namdi saves it in the end. Wow, that is the end of the 90 minutes. We were completely dominant, superior over Southampton. I never felt threatened by that team. We were in complete control, and to be honest, we were cruising in most of that game. This is really good to see from a lot of the bench players. No way. Real Madrid have put in a bid for Saskar Naholo. It's a bid of 17.6 million. I mean, he's worth more than that, I think. He just had a very good game for us. We're definitely not going to sell him, but I'm sure Saskar would love to have moved to Real Madrid. All right, finally, we have a scouting update from Puerto Rico to take a look at here. Let's see some of these players, and it looks like none of them are good enough to sign up yet. All right, we have a transfer offer for Vanya Gasparich. It's Hoffenheim coming in for him for his exact market value. Gonna try to get a little bit more out of him though. Oh no, I tried to get 1.7 million in Hoffenheim, just completely rejected the entire thing. Alright guys, let's take a look at our final opponents for this episode. We're going to be playing Leicester City, who are currently sitting second to last in the league. They've got 1 win in their last 5, but they also have 3 losses in that time as well. They do have a decent squad, but I do feel like we should be getting the result here. Alright, taking a look at the changes to our starting 11, we've got Anyeni coming back into his position at striker. We've also got Sean Ayala replacing Nagera at right wing. I believe Thomas Briem is coming into the midfield for this game, but I'm not sure about that. Midfield very well may be the same as it was in the Southampton game. We've also got 2 changes in defense. We've got Balkan and Kana coming back into the team. I think this is a very good opportunity for us to show that we are certainly better than the teams at the bottom half of the table. Let's get straight into this one. It's Leicester City versus Charlton Athletic. 2 Belgians working against each other. Need to show composure here, and we've allowed them to pass straight into Mavididi, and that's a 1-0 lead for Leicester within 3 minutes. Getting Balkan inside, and Yeni going inside. Gilzine into Sean Ayala. That has to be goal, and it's straight at Hermanson. He wasn't even in the center of the goal. That is so poor. Free kick here for Leicester. Januzaj going straight for it. Flawless set piece, as it always is from the CPU. Getting very boring, conceding so many free kicks. It's completely unrealistic. Good block there by Naholo. That was absolutely needed. Balkan from the pass by Casa Legesse. That shot's going to be wide. Ayala. That's really good work. Here's Anyeni. This has to be a goal. We brought one back here, boys. We won the ball high up the pitch. Sean Ayala finding Anyeni really easily. That's a simple goal, and we absolutely needed that. Ayala out here to Anyeni. Into Fazal Andrio. We've tied the game. I was thinking of being a little selfish with Sean Ayala, trying to attack the goal directly. There was a lot of space down here, and Yeni can find Andrio. We know that, and that's a good finish. Leicester really couldn't do anything about that. No! When has the game ever done that? That has never happened to me in the history of FIFA. I went to clear it and Naholo just passes it straight to Leicester in front of Anamdi. The referee is going to call it. It's now halftime. The scoreline is 2-2. It's been pretty crazy. We let Leicester play against us really well, but we grew into the game. We got back 2 goals. I don't really know what to expect in the second half, but I know that we have the momentum. Need to find somebody else. Here's Costa Lagesse. That shot is blocked. I think Leicester are going to escape. No, that is a lot of space for them to shoot at our goal. Thankfully, Nandi was there to stop that. Here's Malagusto. Still got space. He's going to find somebody inside. They get the shot away, and Nandi has to save it, but they still keep it. Need to take this away from them. This is too much space. Yeah. Ayala into Anyeni. That is disappointing. It's the end of the game. Why hasn't Anyeni been able to just smack that into the goal with his head? He has enough pace and power to do that. Disappointing way to end the game. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot early in this match. We dug a hole for ourselves when we got out of it, but unfortunately we weren't able to rise above Leicester ultimately. So we're going to share the points here. Alright guys, that Leicester game is going to bring us to a close. We started off the episode with a win. Played well against Aston Villa, but just weren't good enough to get even a point from that game. Played extremely well against Southampton with some of our bench players, but unfortunately we weren't good enough during the entire 90 minutes against Leicester to get all 3 points from that game. Taking a look forward, we've got 5 games in the month of February. There's some good ones here. We're going to be playing Bournemouth, Liverpool, City, Fulham, and West Ham. As for the standings, I believe we've stayed in 9th throughout the entire episode. Our goal difference has worsened by 1 or 2, I believe, but I'm not too worried about that. The only reason that really happened was because the scoreline was not the best against Aston Villa. That's gonna be all for me this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you leave any suggestions you have for the series in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.